Mercer is the largest human resources consulting firm in the world. And if you're interested in consulting, but not interested in case interviews or mental math, Mercer is an amazing firm to check out. In this episode, we're going to talk about Mercer's history, their career path, their culture, and even their salary. Now, before we dive into the rest of Mercer, make sure that you subscribe for this and other great content. It's the way that you'll get first access to all the top stuff that we have on our channel. Mercer is one of the family of companies owned by Marsh & McLennan. Marsh & McLennan also owns a better known firm, Oliver Wyman. But Mercer is the firm that's the feather in their cap, focused specifically on human resources consulting. What does that mean? It means, well, they focus on things that help hire and keep people in companies for long periods of time. They have 4 divisions of the company. The 4 are health and benefits, investments and retirement, workforce and careers, and M&A transaction advisory services. And lest you think that human resources is small fry, you are wrong. $5 billion in revenue is what Mercer clocked in 2020. So this is not a small firm. This is not a small problem that they're addressing. It's actually a big, impressive human resources consulting services organization. So let's talk a little bit about how you would go into Mercer and what it would look like if you go. In addition to that $5 billion in revenue, Mercer has over 25,000 employees in 180 offices around the world. Impressive, global, large organization focused on people-oriented problems. So what does it look like if you're interested in joining Mercer? What are the positions that you could potentially join in? The majority of people join Mercer as either an analyst or an associate. The analysts are the pre-MBA role and the associates are the post-MBA role. Both roles have about a 2 to 3 year tenure prior to promotion. After associate, there's the senior associate position, and then you move directly to principal and finally to partner. So for Mercer, it's a fairly flat organization, and you'll have opportunities to work with senior people from day one. Speaking of the flat organization, that really drives the culture at Mercer. Mercer is a relaxed culture that's focused on local regional projects. What does this mean? Well, even in a non-COVID world, it means that you won't be traveling extensively. It means that you'll be focused on regional thoughts and issues, and you'll be expected to have a long-term prospect in your area. So if you are in, let's say, New York City versus Boise, Idaho, you're gonna have a really different long-term experience at the Mercer office. So it's important to note that where you go at Mercer is more regionally focused than a firm like McKinsey or Deloitte. In addition, people are expected to work hard, but not as crazy as places like McKinsey or any of the big 4. So you'll see a more work hard, play hard culture, emphasis on the play hard at a firm like Mercer. After all, their focus is on developing people for nationwide and global organizations. So they better be good at doing that internally as well. Now, to get a job at Mercer, you'll have to pass the Mercer interview. Mercer has mostly behavioral interviews with occasional case. And this makes a really big difference for those of you that are not that interested in doing mental math live. Well, the fit interview at Mercer is extensive. You'll want to have the preparation of at least 15 stories walking into the interview. And if you need help, we offer fit interview preparation that's world-class at Management Consulted. But also you need to potentially prepare for a case interview at Mercer. These are more like big 4 case interviews, like KPMG case interviews, for example, where they'll ask you a situational question. They'll ask you to structure it out and develop a plan for how you'd solve it, but it doesn't go into the back and forth of the McKinsey, Bain, and BCG style math and charts and everything else. So it's more of a high level process where they want to see how you think, watch how you communicate, and put you on the spot inside the interview. If you need help preparing for a Mercer fit or case interview, we're here to help. So not just on the behavioral side, but also on the case side. And our team have helped people prepare for Mercer interviews for over 13 years. Now, one of the big questions is, if you go to Mercer, are they going to pay well? Well, I've got good news for you. The Mercer salaries start at a very similar level to where Big 4 salaries are, in the $70,000 to $80,000 range at the undergraduate level. Compared to roles in industry, which roles in human resources or people management often under-index roles in strategy, data analytics, or operations, you'll find the same at Mercer. So you'll pay more than being in-house at another organization for the same function, but you won't get paid as much as you will at a firm like McKinsey, Bain, or BCG, where the focus is on strategy, operations, and key profit drivers. Ultimately, Mercer is an amazing company, large global organization, storied history, fantastic culture. It's an amazing place to consider working, especially if you're not that into mental math and you know that your future is not going to be running supply chain for a large global organization. If you want to manage people, this is the place to be. To check out more about Mercer, we have amazing information, a full firm profile, great videos, and tips on how to prepare for the interview at our website, managementconsulted.com. You can also check us out on social. And if you've got any specific questions, reach out to us by email, team@managementconsulted.com.